go to seminars, including me, especially me, Carrie will and you know, we go and learn something and we practice it for a little while and then it goes away. Well, Carrie is the only one that I know that really took the information and was able to practice something that nobody else was able to practice.
Thank you.
So
I worked hard enough over the years.
she paid to say that. But,
Yeah, I did. I paid you. Thanks, Erin.
but this is something I really have never seen by anybody else. So I know you see that it's very authentic what she says, but I'm a testimony that it's true.
Thank you. Thank you. She shared that with me, so thank you so much. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a life coach, and I have a private practice as a life coach, also a performance coach. I'm a licensed master practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming. I can't even say that, but anyway, it's if you're NLP, yeah. If you're familiar with, who's familiar with Anthony Robbins and kind of the work that he does? Okay, that's how he got started, and his studies and the work that he has done is with NLP. The other thing is I'm a licensed in hypnosis, which is very similar to NLP as well. And this work, I've been studying this work for 6 months, and I have a certification in strategic intervention, and I'm also a certified marriage educator through this work, which was created by Anthony Robbins and Chloe Medanis. She's a kind of a world-renowned psychologist. She wrote multiple books, but this is an amazing book that she wrote. And Tony Robbins found her, and he said, look, I am so passionate about relationships now at this point in my life. You know, he'd gone through a divorce, and he found the love of his life, and he's like, I want to teach people how to do this, and I want to get skills that work for people. And so, Garth, would you mind sitting up here, honey? Thank you so much. Thanks. That way you'll have a notebook and everything. Yeah, just anywhere's good. Thank you. So he created a certification program for coaches and therapists and psychologists, and to allow them to have these tools to teach their clients. It's real easy. That's the fun part. It's easy stuff. And in fact, I did a radio show on it yesterday for 15 minutes, and people called in and said, this is amazing. This completely changed the way I look at relationships. So it's easy stuff. Hi, how are you guys? So, you know, it's interesting. The divorce rate has gone down. Has anybody heard that? Divorce rate has gone down in recent years? Well, you know, and I'd like to celebrate, but we really can't, because people are staying married because of the economy. They're too broke to get a divorce, so they're just existing together, right? I don't think that it's any real badge of honor to say we're still married. Do you? We're still married. But are you happy? Yeah. Are you happy? Are you fulfilled? Are you, like, so you're still married. But what kind of life do you have? What kind of relationship do you have? Do you speak? Do you sleep together? Do you do anything together? Do you try to get away from each other every second you can? Are you constantly with tension in your house all the time? You know, that kind of thing. So it's about quality of the relationship. Would you agree? It's about quality. So, you know, the way I look at it is, why settle? Why settle? And, you know, love is so funny, because when we fall in love, how many of you remember when you first fell in love? Okay, good. You don't have to raise your hand. Just think about it. Or maybe this was just like last week, right? Or like last night. You know, time disappears, right? It just completely disappears. Like you go out and you're with them, and then all of a sudden it's time to go, and you're like, I don't want to go yet. It's time to go. No, I don't want to go. No, let this moment last forever. Like you just have this. It may not have been so dramatic for some of you, but I've had those experiences. But you know what's interesting is you stop focusing on yourself. You're thinking about them, right? It's distracting you from what you're doing, right? Bruce? A little bit distracted at times, right, Bruce? He's got me.
I just need tea.
So you get really focused on them and less focused on you when you fall in love, okay? Then things change. And we create expectations about the way things should be. Well, they should have called, they should have texted. He should have texted, please don't text me. Well, she really should have, whatever. It's like all these shoulds and expectations come in. And we're like, well, I don't know if I'm getting enough of this, and I don't know if I'm getting enough of that. And so then guess who it becomes about? Us. So it goes, when you first fall in love, it's all about them. In fact, there's some couples here tonight that are in that beginning stages of love. It's about them. It's about them. And then it goes to about me. Me. And that is when love dies. Because when it becomes all about you, then, hi, how are you? Come on in. When it becomes all about you, the other person is also in that space as well, all about me space. And then you've got two people who are divided. And it gets a little scary because then, have you ever been in the place where you wonder, like, is it going to work? Is it going to work? I'm done. I'm so done. Yeah. And then you're like, not done. Right? Like over and over. If you're not, even if you say you're done, you don't really mean you're done. You just mean you're like really, really mad. Yeah, exactly. So, studies show also that marriage counseling really doesn't work. Now, I sent out, I think I did some sort of blog or something. I sent out that, stop wasting your money on marriage counseling, and then I had a few people actually unsubscribe from my blog. But statistics really do show that it doesn't work. And the reason why do you think it doesn't work? Why? I mean, it works for some people. I'm not saying that is a generalization. Obviously, it works for some people. But why would you say the majority of time that it does not work?
Because you keep working on yourself.
Okay, right. That's it, yeah.
Because you just keep bringing up the past over and over again.
Yep, that's a good point.
Or you hold everything in and then blow up in front of them, you leave in a fight.
Yeah, exactly. All of that, yes, all.
You wait till it's already a mess.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. They say that it's because people wait too late to go for help. Which, by the way, I want to acknowledge you for being here tonight. Because, like I said, I was saying earlier, I must have talked to 100 people about this seminar. And it's very confronting. This issue is very, very confronting, whether you're in a relationship or not. It's very difficult to say, okay, I'm going to be proactive about my relationship, or I'm going to be proactive about learning about how to be successful. I mean, it's just a very confronting topic because it's all about who? Our nasty stuff, right? So anyway, one of the reasons why marriage counseling doesn't work as effectively is because people wait till it's too late, and also because most marriage counselors, first of all, they don't have any training in working with couples, but also they do not focus on the individual. They focus on the couple as a unit, and they give them exercises. Go home and kiss every day. Go home and that type of thing. So they don't focus on the individual. Now, a couple is made up of two people, right? So when you have two people that come together, you have two people with two different worlds. So you have two people that come together and you form a third world. Now, this person and this person had issues and patterns and problems and ways that they see things. They have a very distinct, each one of them on their own has a very distinct model of the world, the way that they see the world. We all do. So now you take those two people, you bring them together to form a third world. So it becomes a little complicated. I don't care if you are perfect for each other. There's going to be adjustments, and there's going to be issues, and it's going to take some work of some sort.